No one cares. We get so caught up in this imaginary fairy tale where we're the main characters and all eyes are on us and everyone is just fixated on us, whereas in reality, it's more like a dystopian film where everyone's eyes are actually very critically fixated on themselves. I mean, if everyone thinks they're the main character, then how can you be? Okay, so I'm not saying this to knock anyone's confidence or make them feel less than they are. There is a method to my madness. This is simply a very clear, simple, concise note to just say, do whatever you want to do because no one cares. But despite that, almost everyone, nearly everyone, incorrectly believes that all eyes are on them, that people do care when they don't. And this, my friends, is called the spotlight effect. The spotlight effect is a psychological phenomenon in which people tend to believe, very incorrectly might I add, that people just tend to notice them, acknowledge them, observe them, notice them more than they actually do. They genuinely think that the spotlight is on them. But it's not a crazy thing to think about because me and you do it all the time. Think about when we walk into a room, when we go to see someone or meet someone for the first time, when we trip up when we're walking, just like these small things. Or maybe we dress a different way today and this is the way that we actually want to dress, but we think because we're doing all of these different things, even just walking into a room, that people are just going to notice and acknowledge it and remember it, when in actual fact people are already too busy worrying about themselves about the exact same thing, or they're just busy doing whatever they were doing before you walked in. So before we start, I am absolutely going to butcher this researcher's name, Gilovich. I don't know. But this researcher and his colleagues in the 90s set out to explore this psychological phenomenon a bit further. So picture this, there is a room full of college or uni students, right? And they're all told to come to this room because they need to fill out a questionnaire. But then one person from each group is told a later time to enter. Let's call this person the latecomer. So the latecomer is told to come 5 minutes after all the other students have sat down and started their questionnaire. So the latecomer comes in, but before they enter, they are told by the researchers to just change up their top, just change up their style a bit, okay? They are told to wear this specific top, but the gag is, on this top, there is a picture of Barry Manilow. The researchers reassured us in their paper that this artist, this musician called Barry Manilow, I think that's how you pronounce it, is an unpopular artist, especially amongst college students. So college students wouldn't want to be known to listen to this musician, or at least definitely not wear a top with his face printed on it. Before they walk into the room, I think it's important to note that the researchers have set up this room that they're about to walk into in a way in which the students who are already sitting in and doing the questionnaire are all facing the door. So they're sitting in the direction of the door of the hallway. So the latecomer now has to walk into the room with this Barry Manilow top. And the latecomer is probably thinking, oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
I am wearing this really hugely embarrassing, ridiculous top. I'm gonna walk in late by myself and everyone, literally all eyes are gonna be on me. Everyone's gonna see me and everyone's gonna remember this really embarrassing moment. Lo and behold, barely anyone notices them. So now the latecomer is asked to leave the room and the researchers ask the latecomer, okay, so you just walked in 5 minutes late, you're wearing this top, very embarrassing. How many people do you think noticed, acknowledged, observed, remembered that moment? And the latecomer estimates 50%. They say, I think half of the people in that room acknowledged, noticed, and remembered that embarrassing moment. Whereas in reality, the researchers obviously now spoke to the college students who were already in the room, and they found that it was only 25% of the people, of the participants in that room doing the questionnaire, who actually noticed the Barry Manilow top and this very, very hugely embarrassing moment for the latecomer. When we want to walk into new rooms, when we want to go on a solo date to the cinema by ourselves, meet this new person, wear whatever it is that we actually truly want to wear, want to start a new venture and put it on social media. This lie, because it has been proven to not be as true as we think it to be, or at least we just overestimate as humans the amount of people that are, I guess, watching or observing. Because of the spotlight effect, it genuinely paralyzes us. It means that we don't go on the solo date by ourselves. It means that we don't go and meet that new person. It means we don't want to walk into that room. It means that when we trip up on the street, we literally feel like our lives are over and we want the literal ground to swallow us up. When we want to start that new venture and we need to post it on social media because we need that support, we don't, because we're so paralyzed by the fear that everyone cares, that everyone's watching, that all eyes are on us, when in reality there are two main things. I think the first thing is that people are already too worried about themselves to worry about you. And secondly, okay, so what if someone does watch you and someone sees you trip up or sees you put something embarrassing up? I can guarantee you in the next within 5 minutes, do you know how many thoughts we have in our brains? We have so many thoughts constantly going through our brains. Literally, our eyes, when we see something else, we're completely distracted from the thing that we just saw before. If you trip up on the street or whatever it is, give it less than 5 minutes, give it a few seconds. Someone will see that, acknowledge it, might even laugh, but in a couple seconds they're not thinking about you. Like, they don't care about you. And that's what I'm trying to say. Nobody cares. And I don't mean it in a mean way. I don't mean it in a condescending or rude way. I remember once I posted something on socials and I was thinking, oh, like, I wonder what people are gonna think. Then I remembered that they're gonna see what I posted, they're gonna like it, they're gonna comment, they might send it around, or they might not like it, so they might send it to someone else and say, oh, look what she's doing. But instantly after that, they're gonna scroll again and see the next post, and the post after that, and the post after that. Then they're gonna lock their phone, then they're gonna go and make dinner, and then, do you know what I mean? Like, no one is so fixated on you in the way in which you think. They're gonna go about their business, they're gonna go back to work and start concentrating on that thing, and you're still gonna be there the whole day, literally like biting your fingernails, thinking that,
oh my gosh, everyone's thinking about me. Oh my gosh, this happened.
no. Baby, they got things to do. Like, no one's just sitting there thinking, oh, I wonder what she's doing. I wonder this, I wonder that. And another thing, I feel like when it comes to like, maybe you're starting a new job and there are other new starters, if there are like lots of new people starting something together, or like a networking event, all the new starters or all the newcomers or whatever it is, all the people that are entering a certain space for the first time are all thinking about themselves. They are thinking, oh my God, is my hair laid? Does this look, the same thoughts you are thinking, they are also thinking as well. Do you think the people that saw that woman or that man with the Barry Manilow top are still thinking about her or him today? No. So stop being paralyzed, stop being scared, stop like succumbing to this fear of whatever it is, because it will paralyze you and you'll never achieve anything. You'll just stay in the same place. Most people are too damn worried, thinking that you are looking or noticing every small thing about themselves to even notice one small thing about you. So do it. Whatever it is, just do it. You're only really the main character in your story, no one else's.